So I picked up a few Nintendo Power magazines from a yard sale a couple of days ago, and I was flipping through one of them. This is issue number 42, and I noticed on the back, on the last page, there's a Mario Paint contest. I was interested to see what the results of that were. So turns out that this contest actually launched in the previous issue, so issue 41, which was October. So I looked up that magazine on Archive. Here's the original contest. So Mario Paint had just come out around this time. It came out in July of 1992. So it's pretty new at this point, a couple months old. Nintendo Power had this contest, and what you had to do was submit your artwork. What I found really interesting about this when I was reading it is that you had to submit your artwork through a VHS cassette, video cassette. So you actually had to record it with like a camcorder or something and send them the tape. So they were going to give away Super Nintendo cartridges to the 16 entrants who submit the best examples. So you create your Mario Paint artwork, record a short sample of it on VHS videotape, and send it to their location in Redmond, Washington. The winners would be selected on or around December 1st, 1992 by the Nintendo Power staff. One grand prize winner will receive 5 Super NES game packs, which is what Nintendo calls their cartridges, and 15 runners-up will receive 1 NES cartridge. They didn't have an official deadline here, but I have issue 42, which was the next month, and they still had the contest running, but they didn't print the contest rules in any magazines after that. So I think they only ran it for 2 months. Now, if you look at my magazine, they pretty much have the same page, but they've included a few examples of submissions that they received. So I thought that was pretty cool, and they look really good. I'm surprised what people could create with Mario Paint. So if you skip ahead to issue 44, they do have a bit of an update, a teaser here, that the staff is reviewing submissions, and they included a sample here from Mario Simeone from Levittown, PA. Stained glass window. So that's pretty cool. This was an interesting issue because, unrelated to the contest, they added 16 pages of coverage for people who are in the Super Power Club. So I don't know if that was an insert or something. I was a subscriber to Nintendo Power, but I don't really remember it too well. It was so long ago. So this Mario Paint Super Power Club special has a lot of tips for creating things within Mario Paint. So if you have Mario Paint and you want to go back to it, look up this issue for some tips. It's on archive.org, so you can look at it anytime. Issue 44, January 1993. Really neat tips here. Things like special stamps, making your own Mario, freeze frames, Samus on the Run. Yeah, some really cool stuff. And it was issue 47. I think they chose a winner in December, but they finally announced the winner in the April 1993 issue. So issue 47, that winner was Stephen D. Miller from Tucson, Arizona. They mention here that he submitted 5 separate pieces, and they only show 4 of them here, so I don't know what the 5th one looks like, but 4 of them were music videos that had music dubbed in. 1 was a short story that used the musical capabilities of Mario Paint. And then the second prize winners, in no particular order they mention, each won a game cartridge, and look at these. I mean, that artwork, I cannot believe they did this in Mario Paint. Spider-Man, very cool. Very inspiring. I actually have Mario Paint, but I don't have the mouse. But I was looking at bundles on eBay, and it looks like you can get them for, well, starting around $45, I think, if you want the mouse and the game. If I'm going to buy it, I'm probably going to buy the box. Everything with the manual, the poster, the mat, the game, and the mouse. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to, but I want to. But I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was the Mario Paint contest from Nintendo Power. Really neat. I wish I could have seen more submissions.